And Holly, I'll let you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So let's come to our hands and our knees to warm up with some cat-cow. So once you're there, inhale as you lift your chest to the ceiling. Lift your tailbone to the ceiling as well, same time. And exhale as you round into your spine, tucking through the tail, tucking your chin and looking at your navel. Inhaling as you come right back up. Deep breaths here. And exhale as you round the spine, taking it back down. Good, and just start to move slowly. Figure out how deep your breath can be here and move with it. Deep inhale up, looking up as you lift the tailbone, and exhale, looking down towards your navel as you round the spine. Beautiful, let's do that a couple more times in each direction. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Good, and then come back to your hands and your knees, neutral spine. You're just gonna hover the right hand and left knee, lower it back down, and then hover the opposite hand, opposite knee, and lower back down. So this is a very small movement, guys, just trying to warm up the core here. Drawing the belly to the spine and maintaining a neutral spine. Good, just a small hover, concentrating on the hand and the knee that remains on the floor. Good. Try not to shift your weight too much from side to side. That's when you're going to find the deep stabilizing muscles of your core. Awesome. Let's do that a couple more times on each side. Beautiful. Good. And then we're going to lift up and back into a downward dog. Just pedal out your feet, lowering one heel, bending the opposite knee. Good, and just keep going like that, side to get a good stretch in the back of the legs. Now really look back behind you and really open up your chest here for your knees, lifting up through the tailbone. Good, dropping into those heels side to side. Good. And then let's just lift and lower our heels at the same time. So lifting both heels up and lowering both heels down together at the same time. Both heels up and both heels down. Keep breathing, deep breaths. Hang your head, don't look at the floor, look back behind you. Lifting up and lifting down. Let's do that one more time. Lifting up and lifting down, and then holding those heels down. Let's walk to a forward fold, and then let's roll up to stand. Good, holding on to the bar, and then reach up and over your head towards the bar, twist down, bend the knees. Good, rise back up, and then plie. So plie means just bending into the knees. So you're reaching up and over, twisting down, reaching back up, and plie. Reaching up and over, and twist, reaching back up, and plie. Good job, guys. Keep going like that. Good, just warming up the spine here. So we're getting a nice side stretch, nice side spine twist. You got it. Good, let's do that one more time or so, depending on how quickly you're moving. Just move at your own pace. And then we're gonna face the, holding on to the bar with both hands. We're gonna send both hips back, heels are down. And then roll through the spine, lifting the heels, looking up, and then sending the hips back and down. Good, rolling through the spine, lifting the heels, looking up, heels are lifted. And then send your hips back, lower your heels. Good, just do that a few more times. We're just warming up the spine again, guys, moving with your breath. Good, if you're not too sure what I mean, you can peek at the video here. Beautiful. You want to really think about articulating through the vertebrae here. So moving through the spine, bone by bone. Good. Let's do a couple more like that. Awesome, last one. And then we're gonna go over to the other side. So just spin yourself around. Good, you're gonna reach up and over, and then twist down towards the bar as you bend your knees. Reach back up, and then plie. So bending the knees, arm swings forward, arm lifts back up, reach over, take it back down towards the bar into a twist, lift back up, and then plie. Again, if this is confusing you in any way, go ahead and take a peek at the bar or at the video and you'll see. Good. If you're finding it a little bit too hard to get into the twist, you can always just stay square, facing forward the whole time, just reaching over and then taking a plie. Beautiful. Let's do that a couple more times. Awesome. One more time. Good. And then come back up, give your shoulders a roll, one shoulder and then the other. Nice big rolls. Good. And then you're going to face the bar. Good. Let's take our heels together, toes apart. We're going to bend into a plie. Heels together, toes apart, bend deeply into your plie. Then we're going to lift both heels up and then lower them both down. Lifting both heels up and then lowering them both down. Now make sure that your knees are bent here the whole time. So Bryna, you're going to keep those knees bent, pull your shoulders back and look forward. Good. Good. Yeah, looking forward the whole time so that you don't round forward. Beautiful. And try not to lift and lower through your hips. Okay, so maybe take one hand to your hip and see how that goes. Okay, see if you can keep those hips nice and level. You can really feel it if one hand is there on your hips. Good, Abby, gazing forward. You got it. Good, guys, let's just do a couple more like that. Good, and then we're gonna alternate the heels. So one heel lifts, lower it. Other heel lifts, lower it. Good, side to side. Good, lift and lower. Lift and lower. So for those of you that took a hand to the hips, let's take the other hand to the hips also, or you switch. Okay, so if two hands is a little too much, then just switch hands. If you're good with balance, both hands. Let's see if we can stay lifted and keep both hips from hiking up. Good, so watch those ankles aren't falling out to the side. Make sure that your weight's staying heavy in the inner line of your foot. Use your calf muscles to lift the heel. Good, try not to shorten one side of the body as one heel lifts. So the movement is coming from your foot and your hip, and your upper body is staying nice and stable. One more on each side. Good, and then we're gonna stand up nice and tall. And we're gonna lift our heels, then we're gonna bend our knees, then we're gonna lower our heels, then we're gonna straighten our legs. We're gonna lift our heels, bend our knees, lower our heels, and straighten our legs. Lift, bend, lower, extend. I'm going a little off the video here, so I wouldn't recommend looking at it for reference. Just listen to my voice. So we're lifting our heels, extending our legs, lowering our heels, and bending our legs. Lift, bend, lower, extend. Lift, bend, lower, extend. Good, keep going like that. You got it, looks really good. Just gonna check everyone out here. Awesome, now come on back up. We're gonna turn to the side and come out to a second position. So we're gonna do the same thing, but wide. So take your feet wide. You're gonna bend, lift, extend, and lower. Bend, lift, extend, and lower. Good job, keep going like that. So kind of the same, bend, lift, extend, and lower, except for out in a second position. Good, so second position is when your legs are wider. So in the video, we're in a first position, we're going a little bit wider. So you're out to about hip width. Good, guys. Let's do that a couple more times. Make sure your shoulders are staying back over your hips. Your hips are back over your heels. Shoulders are down and back. Good, guys. Now we're going to turn to face the bar if you turned away. I want you to stay in a second position, and we're just going to lift and lower the heels. Okay, so second position, you're nice and wide. You're going to lift and lower the heels, holding onto the bar with both hands. Good. Energize those knees if you can. So try not to hyperextend into the knee. Good. Draw your belly in and up. So you really want to think about core strength here. Shoulders are down and back. Your gaze is forward. Make sure as you're lifting those heels that your weight's in the inner line of the foot. Good. Let's go for a few more like that, guys. If you're getting really tired in the calves, just a little hover is totally fine. Good. Looks good. Let's zip in that belly. Let's stay strong through the core. Good. We've just got a few more here. You can do it. Breathe through it. All right, we're going back into our roll throughs. We're going to keep our heels down, but we're going to bend the knees, lift the heels, extend the legs, lower the heels. Bend, lift the heels, extend the legs, lower the heels. Bend, lift, extend, lower. Again, zip in that rib cage, gaze is forward, try not to look down. What happens is when you look down, your shoulders sometimes roll forward. So let's try to keep it nice and straight, aligning the head with shoulders, shoulders with hips, and hips with your heels. Good, guys, let's breathe through this. Keep breathing, keep engaging. This is what's gonna get you through. Good, let's do a few more like that. Looking good, looking good. One hand on the hip. You got it, looks great. Awesome, guys. Let's do one more. All right, shake out those legs. Grab yourself a sip of water. Good, take a few stretches, whatever you feel like you need right now. Take a breather, shake out the shoulders. Awesome. Now you're gonna come back to the bar, hold on to the bar, and then you're gonna bring the right leg back and bring it back down. Now, of course, I have a ball in behind my leg. If you wanna use one of your weights, you can use that, or nothing is totally fine. Good, and then if you want to make it a little harder, you can lift the heel of the standing leg. However, I know we've already got those calves burning like crazy, so maybe a break is just fine. All right, now for the last 30 or so seconds, maybe less now, we're gonna pulse it. So holding that leg back, little tiny pulses back. Good, every time you lift, you exhale. Take tiny little breaths as you exhale up. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now ditch that ball. You're going to extend the leg back out nice and straight. Pull the leg forward, nose to knee. Send that leg back again. Open the chest. Pull the leg forward, nose to knee. Good. So exhale as we draw forward and in. So I want you to feel almost like a little ab curl here when you pull the leg forward and in. Good. Looks great. Everybody looks so great. I don't even have anything to say to you personally. So as the knee draws in, belly pulls in. Amazing. Good. If you want to make it a little harder, maybe as the knee pulls in, your standing leg heel pulls up and off of the floor and then lowers back down as you extend the leg back. Really lengthen. Take your time here. Beautiful. Let's do a couple more like that. Take your time. Feel length as you inhale. Awesome. And then bring it back down. Now you can grab a weight here if you'd like. We're going to do our pliés and then pivot to lunge. So the moving arm can have a weight if you would like. So you'll plie in second, you'll pivot, and then you'll come down into a lunge. Plie, pivot, and down into a lunge. All right, So Abby's friend, you're gonna take your legs wide. Yeah, arm out to the side, bend into both knees, and then you're gonna pivot on the feet to face the bar. Both feet facing the bar, then you bend into both knees like a lunge. So you're going from like squat to lunge. Awesome, looks good. Good job, Care. Awesome, guys, just a couple more. All right, let's switch on over to the other side. So turn around and we're plieing and lunging again. Plie and lunge, other side. Now, very important, guys, make sure that you're pivoting on your feet before you're bending your knees. Okay, you always want to make sure that your feet are in line with the midline of your feet. Good job, looks great. Pull that belly in. It's always about the core, no matter what. If you're not too sure, go slower, okay? When in doubt, slow it down. Good. Think more about your legs than your arm. Good, Victoria, as you're pivoting, take the arm with you, up and over. Yeah. All right, other side, guys. So holding onto the bar, let's bring that left leg back and up. Good, with or without the weight. If you use the weight behind your knees, you're gonna wanna do that again. All right, so we wanna be even. Now, when you're bringing your leg down, it's not nose to knee. Not nose to knee, just bringing it down and bringing it right back up. Looks better, Dorothy. Good, you can point or flex, whatever you feel. When the leg pulls back, make sure you're not arching the spine. Make sure you're not relaxing or popping through your rib cage. All right, guys, little pulses now for the last few, if you want. Good, wanna add some challenge. Maybe you lift that heel. All right, keep going. Keep that belly strong. Keep those shoulders engaged. Good, let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ditch the ball, extend the leg out long. Pull the leg in, belly to spine. Send that leg out, pull it in. You got it. Keep going. Good, breath is important here. When you pull the leg in, exhale and draw your belly in. Squaring off the body the whole time with the wall or the chair or whatever it is that you're using. Square off that body. Good. Try to keep a neutral spine, especially if you have any low back issues or any vertebrae issues. You want to keep that spine in neutral. You can do a little pelvic tuck if you're okay in the back. Good, make sure you're lengthening, you're not whipping through this movement. It's a lot of thought, a lot of form, a lot of breath. Beautiful, let's do that again. Good, and then I want you to face the window. So I'm facing a window. Face the camera. You're gonna come into a plie, then you're gonna pivot into a lunge. Then I want you to come back into a plie, and then I want you to pivot into a lunge on the other side. Okay, so you're going from side to side. You're pivoting, or you're plieing. You're pivoting into a lunge towards your bar. Then you're gonna go into your plie, and then you're gonna pivot away from your bar. Pivot towards your bar, back to plie, pivot away from your bar. So doing lunges in both directions. Does that make sense? You don't need your bar for balance here. You can do it. Take your hands maybe even to your hips. Yeah, maybe there's no arm movement at all and it's all about the legs. Okay, that might help you when you're going from side to side. Let's try it one more time each side. Beautiful. All right, let's shake it out. Let's grab some water. All right, guys, whenever you're ready, if you have a chair, you can put your head down like in the video. you're gonna take your leg out to the side. So we're thinking hip abductors here. Okay, so stabilize through your standing leg. Let's stabilize through the left leg and start with the right leg. So right leg goes out and comes back in. Good. If you're using a wall or something that's a little too low, it's okay. You don't have to take your head down. Good. Make sure your belly is strong. Good. Taking that knee out to the side. When you do, make sure you're taking your foot with you so that foot and leg are parallel to the floor as you open. Good. If you're not able to rest your head down, make sure your shoulders are stabilized. Good. And try to use the muscles to open up that leg rather than just shifting your bones and pivoting your pelvis towards the right side of the room. All right, now come back to center. Keep that leg lifted behind you and then extend the leg long and then bend the knee and pull your heel to your glute. Extend and bend. Now, as you extend, point the toes, and then as you bend, flex the foot. You got it. Bend and extend. So these are your hamstring curls. So you should feel this down the back of your leg. Good. Take breaks whenever you want. Don't worry. Breathe through it. It always helps to keep your core strong. So belly in and up. Good, guys. We're almost done. If you want to lower your knee a little bit, that could give you a little bit of relief. Good. Breathe through it. Pull that left hip back. Good. Just a couple more. You're almost done this exercise. Not the sequence though. All right, now let's keep the leg bent and we're going to push it back. We're going to pull it down. We're going to push it back. You got it. Pull it down and push it back. If you need to take breaks, take breaks. Breathe through it if you're feeling good here, guys. Pull that left hip back. If you need to bend softly into the left knee, then that might help. Take a little bit of pressure out of your left glute. Good. Imagine you're pushing something heavy to the ceiling. Yeah. Shake it out and start again if you need to take any breaks. Good. We're just getting this side done and then we'll go to the other side. You're almost done. You guys look amazing. Good. Keep that spine in neutral. Try not to let the upper body move too much with the legs. Good, let's pulse it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop. Other side. So we're gonna go out to the side with the left leg and back in whenever you're ready. Good, whenever you're ready, guys. Good, belly is nice and strong. Stabilizing through your standing leg and moving through your left leg. Good. Make sure that you're not rounding your spine here. Your belly is in and up. This is a neutral spine exercise. Good. Shoulders are down and back, away from those ears. Good. Soften your face and use your breath to take that leg up. Think about the muscles on the outside of your hip, pulling open through that leg. Take your foot with you. Looks great, guys. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, pull it in and push the leg back. So you're lifting that leg up behind you. Then you're going to straighten and bend. So hamstring curls again. So now this is moving to the back of the leg. All right, so we are changing the muscle groups. All right. Extend the leg, point the toe, bend the knee, pull the heel to the bum. You got it. Belly is in and up. Shake it out and come back to it if you need to take breaks. Good. You can go slow if you want. Maybe slow it down a little bit. Good. Yes. Looks great. Belly is in and up. Don't forget about the core. Remember, the core is what's going to get you through. Good, go a little slower. Looks good, Abby. You got this. Good, Dorothy, keep the leg up behind you if you can. Yeah, so you're challenging your glute to keep that leg lifted before you work on the hamstring. Now let's bend the knee, flex the foot, hold it at a 90, bring it down and kick it back up. Shake it out if you need to. Take a little break before you jump back in. Good job, Victoria. Good, keep the leg at a 90. So Carrie, when you kick back, keep that leg at a 90. You're actually kicking out of the camera, so I could be incorrectly. Yeah, that's better. Okay, you're good, you're good. Good, guys. Let's go for a few more. You're almost done. Remember, when you kick that leg back, your spine stays long, so your rib cage stays closed. Imagine someone, no, don't imagine someone knitting, but imagine your rib cage is knit together at the front. Good, let's go for 5. Little pulses. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, figure 4 stretch. One leg over the other, standing up. Send the hips back and breathe. Deep breaths, in and out. Good, switch sides, breathe. Deep breath, in and out. All right, guys, grab those weights. If you don't have any, just do this without weights. You're gonna stand up tall and go into your bicep curls. I'm gonna give you the option to squat or option to stand straight. Okay, you just decide what's best for you. You can also squat as you're bending your elbows if you want to add movement. Good, guys, halfway through, pulling those elbows, hands to shoulders. Good, keeping those elbows lifted in line with your shoulders. Good, standing in parallel or down into a squat. Good, send the hips back if you're squatting. This is not a plie. Awesome, now pull the elbows by your side, and as you bend your knees, you're gonna extend your arms back into your tricep press. Good, you're gonna bend your elbows as you stand up and bend your knees as you extend your legs. Also an option to omit the movement of the legs. Again, if you wanna give those legs a break, you can just stand tall. Good, your elbows are stationary right beside your side body. Good. When you hinge or when you bend, you can hinge forward just a little bit if you'd like, but try to keep the weight back in your heels so you're not hinging too much forward. So a little bit less of a hinge, Dorothy. Keep your gaze forward when you bend. That's much better. Awesome. Good, guys. Again, you can do this without your weights if you need to. Keep your elbows back right behind the side seam. Awesome. Just a few more like this. Feel the full extension of those elbows. Good, now we're gonna stand up. We're gonna balance the weights in our palms and open up the arms wide and then pull them back. Now when your arms come forward, pull your shoulder blades together. Okay, and imagine you're pinching a pencil between those shoulder blades and you're gonna pinch that pencil throughout the movement. Good, moving just a little slower, Abby. Shoulders down and back. Good, and when you're opening up the arms wide, they're not coming back behind you, they're staying right beside you and then coming right forward. All right, we're gonna stay at the side and we're gonna circle from the shoulders. Try not to bend too much through the elbows, but there is a little bit of soft energy there. Good, engage the core, standing tall. Good, nice and slow. Reverse. Looks good, Shauna. Soften those elbows just a little. There you go. Yep. All right, now let's bend the elbows to a 90. Hold on to your weight. So you're going to pull the arms forward and then pull the elbows wide. Pull the arms forward and pull the elbows wide. Good. Shoulders are down and back. You can bend into the knees if you want. This can be squat or standing tall. Good. Also, if you want to add movement, as the arms go wide, you can squat down and then you can come back up to stand as the arms come forward. Yep, moving arms with legs is another option. Good. If you're doing that, make sure you're pushing through those heels on the way back up. Carrie Bryans, bring your feet a little more narrow and make sure the toes are facing forward. So your knees are going over your, feet. Awesome. All right, let's hold it, pulse the arms back. Little tiny pulses back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the right weight, and then we're gonna go up and over. We're in a second position, so step out to your second position first, then we're gonna reach up and over, and then come back down into our second position. Awesome. So we are going to make sure that our foot position is right before you bend into your knees. Okay, so don't feel pressured to go super fast here. Also, if your arms need a break, just drop your weights. As you're reaching up and over, make sure you're not straining your shoulder. So shoulder is down and back, your arms in control. You can hold on to your bar here with your right hand, and your left arm is reaching up and over. Good, nice and slow if you need to. Good, outside leg is doing a little tap to the floor. Good. Let's do a couple more like that. Good, drop both of your weights for a second, turn to face the bar. Take a forward fold. Take a nice stretch. Deep breath in. Slowly roll yourself back up. Good, grab the weight, turn around, and do that on the other side. So you're gonna take a squat and reach up and over your head. Good, so plie, and then reach up and over. You got it. Push off of both feet, and then get light in your outside leg and stable through your standing leg. Good. Good, make sure that it's more of a plie and less of a squat. So your shoulders are staying back over your over your hips as you bend your knees wide. Good, guys, let's do a couple more like that. You got this. 2 more. And last one. All right, let's ditch that weight again. Let's face the bar, hold on, take that forward fold. Take some nice deep breaths. Good, hang your hands, hands come down to the floor. And then whenever you're ready, let's come down onto your back, making your way down onto the floor. All right, a well-deserved cool down here, opening up your arms wide. Take your feet wide to each side of the mat, and then just let the knees sway from side to side really gently. As the head goes to the other side, the knees go to the opposite side. Good, allow your hips to rock too. Your pelvis is shifting weight. Good, rocking your weight across your pelvis and then let your knees follow. Legs are heavy, nice deep breathing. Good, and then let's take the knees to one side and hold. Good, both of your knees can stack if you'd like. Head to the opposite side, and just breathe here. If you want to go deeper, your upper leg can cross over your lower leg. Make sure your shoulders are able to stay supported on the mat, gazing over your opposite shoulder. Good, deep breaths. Let's go to the other side. Good, just hold for a few deep breaths, maybe crossing the upper leg over the lower leg. Good, and then coming back to center, both feet are down about hip width. Let's pull the right knee in towards your belly and just circle out the hip. Good, your left leg can go long. Just rest your left leg long so that it's not working too hard here. Good, guys. Circle the opposite direction. And move slow here. Don't make this an exercise. This is a cool down, just a nice juicy movement. Deep breaths, shoulders are strong or heavy, not strong, but heavy. Relax your face. Good, and then we're gonna do one more circle and switch sides. Okay, so just circling gently. You can either interlace your fingers on your knee or behind your thigh, whatever feels better. Good, extending your right leg long. Good, a variation would be just to hold the knee in close towards your belly, if that feels better for you. Good, nice deep breaths. Relax your face. Let your jaw relax a little bit. Your tongue comes off the roof of your mouth. Maybe you close your eyes. Reverse your circles if you haven't yet. Just feel the thigh bones circulating there in your hip. Beautiful, just a couple more. Good, and then from here, we're gonna take one leg over the other. Let's start with right over left for a figure 4 stretch. And flex the right foot, relax the left foot, and then you can pull that left knee in if you'd like for thread the needle. Only pull that knee in if you're able to keep your head and shoulders down on the floor. Relax the head. Good. Try to find a neutral spine if you can by pushing down into the pelvis. Good. And then that right leg is energized. So flex the foot and push the knee forward as you pull the left leg in. So there's like a counter stretch here. Opposite energies getting deeper into the hip. Good. Relax the face, relax the shoulders. A few more breaths. And then let's release and go to the other side. So both feet down. Good. Left leg over right leg. Flex that foot. You might choose to stay in a figure 4. You don't have to come into a thread the needle. If you did on the other side, you want to try it on this side, go for it. Keep the left foot relaxed and flex that right foot. See if you can make the connection between your above your left ankle bone to the top of the right thigh. Good. Find that neutral spine if you can. Deep breaths, shoulders heavy. Relax the breath, face, jaw, tongue. Good. Let's take 3 more deep breaths. And then release both feet down. All right, let's roll over onto your stomach. Let's take a quick child's pose. Good. Reaching your arms forward and stretching your hips back. Good. One more nice deep breath here. And then let's lift up and back into a downward dog, pedaling out your feet. Good. Get a nice stretch down the back of those hardworking calves and hamstrings. You can kind of shift from hip to hip as well to get a little bit more into your glutes. Awesome. And then let's walk into a forward fold. Hang, upper body forward like ragdoll. Bend into your knees, shake out your head, deep breaths here. And slowly roll yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae. Good, let's give ourselves a shoulder roll once you're up. Good job, guys. You all did amazing. You almost made it too easy for me. I